Hey everybody, it's Todd Carter with Tailored Living featuring Premier Garage. Welcome to our weekly video session. Today we're going to talk about our PremierOne flooring, and first I'm going to take a sip from my Swell bottle. This is my double insulated stainless steel bottle. Thank you, Mom, for the lovely gift to keep my water cold all day. So this episode is brought to you by Swell. Delicious and cold. Anyway, what I wanted to do is just talk a little bit about what our PremierOne flooring system is. Why should you even consider doing an epoxy coating on your floor? So here we are in our showroom. You want to take a look here at some of the flooring products that we have down. One of the number one reasons is most of your house is going to look beautiful, but your garage really doesn't. It often looks terrible. So for those of you that saw, we did a video on our own garage. I want to show you the before picture again, so you can see how awful it looked before. And in particular, take note of the ugly concrete floor with a lot of the oil stains and grease stains that build up over the years. So it looks terrible, and it's just really generally unattractive. So one is attractiveness. The second thing is ease of cleaning. So for those of you who like to have an organized life, organized house, go ahead, and this type of floor is completely easy to spray off, wipe off, hose off, and we've got a squeegee right here. We're going to have Vanna White come out and show you a little bit about just how easy it is to clean this floor off.
Actually, we could try it with your Swell bottle too.
That's true, we could do that.
This is my lovely coffee, and sometimes I spill it on my way to work or from or wherever, so I'm just going to pour a little.
Or a lot.
Or a lot.
You can pour a lot on there.
Yep. So this could be oil, this could be dirt, this could be kids' spills, whatever it might be, but you can see right here, it's really easy because it's a smooth surface. It just comes right up. And we'll also show you, this is a wet napkin. If I just actually swipe our floor, we are in like a garage area in our showroom here, and it's pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty. It's pretty dusty. We do clean regularly. We didn't before this video, just to show you that you can't tell when you look at it that it's actually dusty. But if you do spill, it's really easy to clean.
Great. So it's really easy to clean the floor. It's super. So we have a 20-year warranty on our floor. And the other one that is sort of under-discussed, in my opinion, is general health. So with a typical, like the garage floor I showed you in ours, when it's not sealed and protected with an epoxy coating, you're going to have a lot of dust and dirt, and you're going to be tracking that dust and dirt throughout the house. Vanna, can you go tell those guys to keep it quiet out there? Thank you very much. So again, health. So that's the big issue, is really making sure that you're getting that dust and dirt off the floor. You can regularly hose it, really easy. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about how does that process work. So we have a storyboard that we built out right here. So again, this is on like a cardboard type of a material, but you can see first, if this is bare concrete, that the first thing we do is we grind it down. So we have an industrial floor grinder, and also you can see here we've got some cuts, nicks, scratches, dings, divots. So what we do is take an epoxy patch once we grind it, and we seal all of those cracks. In some cases, if there's a lot of water present in the floor coming up through, we can also provide a moisture barrier coating on that. So really important. So one of the things, and I want to talk a little bit and compare, contrast, why not a DIY kit or something like that. So in terms of the preparation, when you do that, it's usually just either power washing or acid etching, so like a muriatic acid. So the big deal is it doesn't properly prepare the floor, and we'll talk a little bit more about why. The next step of what we do is put a base epoxy coating, so it looks like a solid color epoxy. And you can see that's the first step. So on the first day, what we do is we actually grind it and repair it. Then we go ahead and we do a base coat of epoxy. And then we do a full broadcast of chips. And in this particular one, you can see it's more of like a stone pattern, which looks pretty cool. So it looks like a natural stone. That's the first day. We do it in a 2-day process. We like that epoxy base coat and chips to really sink in and bond with the concrete. So that's one of the main reasons that floors fail, is that it hasn't soaked in and bonded properly, because either they don't have a great quality product, or they didn't actually prepare the surface properly by opening up the concrete to accept that epoxy. The second day we come back, scrape down the chips, and then we put this clear coat which is a polyaspartic chemical. It's UV protected. It's really durable, and so you can take a look and also see the shine on this part over here for that top coat. So that's the thing that protects it, makes it last a long time, and makes it incredibly easy to clean. So that's the general process. What I want to show, I've got pictures of a couple of a project that we looked at, and this is kind of what happens if you've tried a DIY kit, and a lot of folks have done this, and they've, I hear complaints a lot. I did this, and I had to do it every, 18 months, or it peeled after 3 months. And you can even take a look on this particular picture where you see sheets of it peeling up. So large pieces. So really, again, sometimes you can see, especially it's where the car tire marks are. So here and over here and back here. That's a hot tires coming in from the road. They cool overnight, and then in the morning the tire is actually stuck to that coating. So the bond between the tire and the coating was stronger than the bond between the coating and the floor itself. So when they back out in the morning, it just peels a big piece of that off. So that is why surface preparation, and I've heard a couple analogies for it. One is like sanding wood furniture. You've got to sand it down first in order prior to putting stain on it. For the ladies, a lot of the folks use the analogy of doing your fingernails. So if you haven't actually prepared the surface of your nails properly, you won't get a good coating on your fingernail polish. So something to keep in mind. And one of the other ones, just to show you sort of an extreme example, this was given to me by a client whose floor they had improperly done and then repaired. So she showed me and let me keep this. This is one entire piece of, and it is an epoxy coating. So the epoxy itself, is kind of strong, but on the back, it pulled right up off the concrete floor. So this was probably not necessarily due to a bad chemical, but it was really due to a bad surface preparation. So the surface was not properly prepared to accept that coating. So these are some of the worst case examples where they're not accepting that. So I think that's basically what we wanted to cover today. We want to do a little bit of a teaser for next week. We've got really cool and also expensive equipment that we use to do this. So we have a HEPA filter vacuum. We've got an industrial grinder with blades on the bottom that have metal and diamond alloy in it. We want to do a little show and tell and show you what that looks like. So the last part, and people often ask, how much does it cost to do the garage floor? So for a typical residential situation, our pricing locally is somewhere between $5 to $6 a square foot, depending on the condition of your floor, the size of your garage. The larger the garage and the more square footage you have, the lower the price goes. So again, I am Todd Carter with Tailored Living featuring Premier Garage in Northern Virginia and nearby Maryland. And what I wanted to do was, and so for care and use, when you do your floor, we've got these beautiful documents. We can just talk about how to maintain it very simply and easily. If you have an interest in looking at this product, give us a call at 703-707-0009 and tune in next week so you can get to see all of our cool equipment and a show and tell on how that works. Thanks again.